Should be a highly compelling matchup here tonight. The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt believes he has definite advantages when it comes to the grappling, and there's no questioning his ground game. He'll pull guard, whatever it takes.
You know what I love about him is that for as good as he is in the Jiu-Jitsu, he's more Jacare than Andre Galvao. Because Andre Galvao was a tremendous grappler, but it never translated. Jacare was able to get enough striking to make him more dangerous. That's this guy. This guy can strike just enough to make you take notice, and then he takes you down. Once you're down, you're in trouble. He's a tremendous fighter, tremendous grappler, but fighter just enough to make you have to respect that stand.
And still in terms of the training, focused on the jiu-jitsu maintenance, right? Obviously the striking improvements have been prioritized, but maintaining the high-level jiu-jitsu that got him to the big show. All right, here we go with the former UFC title challenger, Iron Michael Chandler. Daniel, you guys go way back. Obviously, we can talk about the athletic credentials. Some, though, have questioned his fight IQ in some of his big fights in the UFC.
Well, it seems like he wants to fight the fun fight, right, opposed to the fight that would seem to make sense to him. But let me tell you something, I'm not complaining. I enjoy every Michael Chandler fight. I enjoy watching this guy go out there and fight on his shield. He has A+ skills across the board, and let's see how he applies them to the fight tonight.
And even in losses against high-level competition, he has had big moments. You do get the sense that Michael Chandler may always be just one win away from that elusive shot at the title yet again. Iron Michael Chandler steps inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. To get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Rafael Assunção. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Iron Michael Chandler.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, Michael Chandler back on the proven ground here tonight as we get this round underway, and you saw what he did early in that second round against Tony Ferguson with a highlight reel knockout that will withstand the test of time. We'll see if Chandler can get off to a good start in this round here. Michael Chandler getting tattooed by that stiff jab. Gets the early takedown here. Chandler's in half guard.
Oh, right into mount.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start. Oh, nice elbow.
How about that transition and top position? Beautiful work by Assunção. Nice job by him to still be a threat off of his back. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Assunção. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. Full guard now, DC.
For the top fighter, you got to be very careful because most submissions come from the full guard. So advance to half. Try to build posture. But if you're the bottom person, the moment your opponent tries to move to the next position, build a shield. Kick off the hips and get back to your feet.
And they separate. Oh, nice job there by Assunção on the feet. Could just about do it. Oh, how about this as he jumps to side mount to try to counter. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by a Sunset.
Big ground and pound.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
2 minutes to go in the round. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Oh, good shot landed there from the bottom. Oh, great ground shot there, and that one opened him up. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
Beautiful transition.
Continuing to find a home for these hammer fists. Nice job on the ground and pound by Chandler.
Nice shots landing from the top position.
Assunção's in half guard. These ground strikes really starting to add up. There's another one. Oh, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Well, landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by Michael Chandler. Print the shirts, ground and pound. Chandler's back in half guard. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's gonna try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Chandler's going for the shove here.
That Darce choke is tight.
Oh, he got out!
Nice work, guys.
Final seconds here in round one. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Assunção.
He is getting lit up. His face already has a big old cut on the side.
All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure. But nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, there's the end of the round. So it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands. His opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two underway.
That's how you control the fight. Right behind the jab.
Big overhand right.
If this guy doesn't move his head, his night is about to end.
So, DC, I'm not sure if fear of fatigue is a factor, but given his body of work in the UFC, you've got to be surprised that he hasn't attempted to get this fight to the ground where he can let his submission skills take over.
Maybe he is anticipating a tough takedown attempt, and he doesn't want to put the effort it's going to take to get the fight where he's most comfortable. Once on the ground, he can grapple all day. The effort comes from him securing the takedown to get the fight there.
Unable to land on the uppercut there, but now starting to use that reach advantage. All right, they separate now. We'll see who can get off in space. All right, so we didn't see any takedown attempts from the BJJ player in round one, and as yet, he still hasn't attempted to take this fight to the ground.
Very surprising approach by this guy. He's so good on the ground. I would have expected him to try to get it to the ground earlier in the fight, but as we go on...
Chandler's got his arm under the chin, going for a guillotine now.
That guillotine is very tight. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are. Because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person...
Setting up an arm bar now. Oh, he's got that arm in tight, DC. He's out. The fight's going to continue.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked. Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean... It is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Chandler's looking to pass from full guard into half guard here, but he's denied. All right, well, he's got him softened up here.
Getting the mount here.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burns. John, it burns so bad. When you get cut like that, every time a shot lands, it just burns. So this guy needs to try to find a way to not take and limit the damage he's taking to this cut. Easier said than done, though. He passes to half guard.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Ground and pound strike there now. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground.
Nice defense.
Nice strike from the bottom fighter there. So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange. Leg kick lands.
Seconds winding down in round two. Oh, sort of collar tie here. In the books.
All right, man, listen. You're looking great. You're winning this fight everywhere. This round, I want you to go out there and I want you to take him down and put him on his back. Control the fight on the ground.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. All right, so the next round is underway. Will it be more of the same? And by that, I mean all of those strikes to the body. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. Oh, nice kick.
Back to the jab now, no good. All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top.
Well, Sun Tzu gets hit with that. Oh, man, DC, he would appear to be in real trouble.
I mean, he can't miss with that left hand.
Well, that body kick was there earlier, not there on that attempt.
Cables into the there it is again. Look at that.
Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed.
Oh, well, that swelling has essentially rendered him a one-eyed fighter, and to that end, the referee has paused the action. He calls for the ringside physician.
And here comes the doctor. The doctor's going to take a look at him, check out the swelling, give him the old finger test to see if he can see his opponent in front of him and decide whether or not he can continue.
He's taking a close look, going back to the referee. Looks as though he's going to allow the action to continue. Fans like that decision, but for the compromised fighter, maybe got to take some chances now.
He's going to take a lot of chances now because he's got to rush. He cannot be as patient as he intended to be with that amount of swelling.
Well, he's got the reach advantage. You might as well use it. Nice job there to find a home for that jab.
What a kick. That one landed.
A lot of clinch work here. A Sun Tzu's body really getting bruised up on that right side right now. Got to figure out a way to lower the guard. We march on, 3 minutes to go. Straight punch is good. All right, so a seminal blow earlier in the round. It wasn't a knockdown, but it was certainly a stunner that caught his attention.
And it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut.
Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, you can get him out of there.
Well, he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt multiple times. And one, back and forth we go. These two guys are trading huge shots.
He's looking for that left hand. Not there. Well, not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure. Oh, he's really starting to light him up now. Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other DC.
Yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys... Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine. Great submission defense on full display by the opponent.
Chandler's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out. Oh, he got to the spot.
All right, dominant position for him here. Full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Chandler's eye starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there.
Great shot on top by Chandler.
And that'll do it. 15 minutes in the books. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up. All right, they attend to the fighter on the stool, and I guess if you are going to be cut open, cheek ain't a bad place for it.
Yeah, it's the best spot, right? You never want to be cut. You never want to be bleeding, but if it's on the cheek, it's as good of a spot as it can be. But you still got to do something different, though, because even though the blood isn't going in your eye, every time you get hit there, it's horrible.
You ready? You ready? Let's do it.
Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of strike power. Huge strike lands there. Somehow, his opponent stayed upright.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got the underhook. He's got the far side post. If you're the opponent, you have got to get out of here.
Well, it seems like there has been an opening for that overhand all night long. Let's see if he goes back to it here. Takedown defense holds up. All right, now a little separation between the two fighters. All right, so at this point, maybe the ringside physician will indeed call the fight. Referee bringing him in to look at that damage.
Got to save the athlete from themselves. Too much damage. Stop the fight, ref.
All right, we'll see if the doctor allows the fight to continue. It looks as though he will. Crowd loves it when the doctor lets the fight continue, don't they?
I love it. I love it when he lets it continue, especially when you have a fight that has been as fun as this one to this point.
All right, so some pretty significant adversity here, but the fight is going to continue. The doctor has left, and the ref gets us back underway.
Gets us right back underway, and it doesn't seem like there was too much thought into it. It looked like they were going to let him fight, and that's exactly what they did, and I could not be happier.
Both guys appeared to land there. Effective strike there by his sunset. Chandler's taking aim at that cut right now. A strong decision by him to land strikes on an area that he has already done significant damage on.
Very fast leg kick lands.
Oh, well, the calf kick has been a priority, and now his opponent... Gets back to his feet. Side kick.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
Oh, and the high kick lands. 3 minutes to go. Chandler's doing a nice job targeting that area, continuing to attack that already compromised and swollen eye. Well, at this point, I would use the word critical to describe the condition of that eye. Not looking good, champ.
No, he's beat up. He's been battered, he's been bruised. He got cut early in the fight, and you Oh, he jumped guillotine right away.
Oh, that gilly is tight.
That guillotine choke is getting tight, but you can't just squeeze. You got to get your hips into your opponent if you want him to tap.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips.
That guillotine is tight.
Oh, working for the submission again.
They're both struggling so much to get out of this position.
Trying to tighten up the grip on the guillotine choke now.
He's out again.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Sun South's cut is only getting worse, making a nice donation to the canvas tonight. Oh, these are some serious punches from the top here. He's continuing to maintain good posture and making these strikes count.
He's doing a really good job of watching making his punches count while not putting himself in danger.
Well, anytime.
Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get all the way down to his opponent's neck to try to choke him out and finish his fight.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Asuncao. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. A lot of clinch work here. Asuncao's back in full mount.
That was a slick transition.
Good work from the top here by Asuncao.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistent.
Asuncao's face would have to be classified as a mess. Cut on his cheek, and it's only getting worse. 30 seconds to go here. "20 seconds now remain in the round."
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Final seconds of round 4. In the can, 5 to go. All right, back to the stools now, and he is no longer the handsome man we once knew. That gash is getting serious. All right, let us now get you some replays of all the damage done in that previous round, including the strike that opened up the cut.
Yeah, some nasty strikes landed over the course of that round, and it opened up a nasty cut. He has got to find a way to change some things defensively, or that cut is just going to get worse and worse. And the worse it gets, the more he runs the risk of this fight getting stopped.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
5th and final round. The bat is going to do it!
Oh, my goodness!
As many style points as you could produce. Whoa!
Oh, my goodness.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 5 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout, Iron Michael Chandler!
Well, get used to hearing this. Michael Chandler by knockout. All of his UFC wins have come by that method. And oftentimes he can be on the wrong side of these, but he had it going tonight. That's a big result for the former Missouri wrestler.
I mean, Iron Mike, right? To have a name like that after Iron Mike Tyson, you got to live up to it. And that's what Michael Chandler did. He got forward, used that athleticism to explode into his opponent, got the knockout victory. What an exciting guy in the UFC lightweight division.
It really is amazing how much he has brought to So Islam Makhachev getting back on the proving ground here tonight, putting his undisputed UFC lightweight championship on the line. So much to love about this man's mixed martial arts acumen, his fight IQ, and you got to think it's going to take the very best out of his opponent to wrest the welterweight title.
Anyone that hopes to beat Makhachev has to be on their game. Your wrestling's got to be on point. Your striking's got to be on point. But more than anything, you have to have a steel mind. You cannot break in front of Makhachev because he will then drown you. This guy is a champion for a reason. And as you have seen time and time again, Hasbullah joins the Dagestanis in the octagon.
Perhaps that's an X factor tonight. The great Hasbullah in the corner of Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev well, if you like high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, perhaps this fight will be the one for you. You got to think his opponent is mindful of all the skills that he has in that area.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be. If you are not aware of the dangers of grappling this game, you are doing yourself a disservice. You got to take note of what he does. He's so good on the ground. He's so comfortable on the ground that if you are there and you lose focus for 1 second, you're done. He's a high-level grappler, a guy that has a ton of accolades in jiu-jitsu, and you recognize it the moment he steps into the octagon.
Yeah, a lot of different submissions on his resume, and going to be interesting to see how the opposition tries to handle this appreciable challenge in front of him tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Islam Makhachev. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, horse racing.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. All right, round getting underway, and we take a look at the Combat Sambo World Champion and UFC lightweight contender, Islam Makhachev. What will he do in this fight? Well, oftentimes he does whatever he wants to do. Certainly he can impose his will on the ground, where his game is just so nuanced when it comes to the throws and the trips and the manipulation of joints and everything else. But on the feet, in a kickboxing setting, this man has proven elite as well. A true five-tool player who many believe by year's end could just be the king of the lightweight division. Right, early action here, and a nice job by the BJJ player. Beautiful entry, and he gets the wrestler down on his first attempt.
Sometimes it's the wrestler's overconfidence that is ultimately the thing that makes him get taken down. He was sure that he would be able to defend. Well, didn't defend that first one. Gotta make sure you're defending as the fight goes on.
Makhachev getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down. Side control now.
Knee on belly.
All right, feet on the hips here. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Grayson. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Relentless pressure from the top by Grayson. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
3 minutes now to go in this one. Gracie's back in half guard, very comfortable here.
He's gonna start trying to move to a submission here. It looks like he's trying to attack an arm triangle.
Oh, that looks tight.
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Effective jab there by Grayson.
So he needs to mix it up. He needs to start kicking more.
He's hurt. Guillotine jump. That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle because the guy hit armbar.
Oh, submission defense holds up again. Well, he stayed pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Grayson. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Nicely done. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Under a minute to go in our opening round.
You're winning the round. Let's go. You got a minute left.
Islam Makhachev going to work here from guard and doing a pretty good job, I might add. Lands with the ground and pound.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
All right, so not enough action there on the ground. The referee brings the fight back to the feet, and we are back underway. Man, it's almost like he's got a rangefinder out there. Just too easy as he connects with another good series of punches there.
If you're boxing this guy and only boxing him, you will be in trouble.
Makhachev going for the takedown here, but he misses. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Oh, my God.
Oh, lands a hip toss to get him down. That can't feel good.
Now he's going full mount.
Seconds winding down in the opening round. Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike. Round two next.
All right, breathe. Deep breath in for me. All right, listen. I need you to go out there, and I want you to do more of that. Let's set up those takedowns with your strike.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. He's hurting for something. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Islam Makhachev.
Great job landing from the top position.
Gracie's trying to lock up on a submission now. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
Oh, man, that was slick.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard. There it is. Now he's on the mount.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Islam Makhachev. All right, operating inside the closed guard now.
And another strike from the top lands for him.
Side control, he's pretty safe there. Great submission defense on display tonight.
Makhachev's able to make a nice transition there back into side control. All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes.
Work, come on, stand up, work.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Making all these shots count. Makhachev's back in full mount.
Big ground and pound.
Posture's up now. That's a vicious head strike. How'd he take it? And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Oh, reverses the position now. Outstanding work on the ground by Gracie. Takes his back now. Gracie's in half guard now. Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you gotta be careful here. Oh, that Darce choke is tight. Also, how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You gotta make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
Gracie's looking for that arm triangle. Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep. It looks like he's trying to get this arm triangle. All he's got to do is get to the side, get his chest out to the back, and he'll get the finish.
Oh, and he's out. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Less than a minute to go in the round. Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job of following the game plan.
Need some more, guys.
Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position.
30 seconds to go now. While the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Islam Makhachev. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
Yeah, he's going to try to attack Kimura here. He'll try to get him up on his right hip so that he can get pressure to...
Oh, he's out! Outstanding round, and another 5 minutes coming up. Heading back to the corner now after that round. Gracie's bleeding from the forehead there a little bit. It doesn't appear to be too bad. The focus for the cut man, though, to make sure that he can stop the bleeding and not allow the blood to get into the eyes. All right, so a huge round for him there. That head kick probably would have had me out for good. The guy survives to see another round.
Yeah, but he'll go back to that. It landed so perfectly. He set it up great. He did a great job of mixing up the target early, going up high, and getting the desired result.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick. Oh, yeah, right hand. He's going to guillotine.
Oh, great submission defense.
Oh, right into mount.
Nice positional control here. Posture's up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Gracie's cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is. Starting to bleed a little bit now. Well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Great defense by this fighter.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start.
Oh, the hard ground and pound strike lands, and that has caused some swelling or so, it appears.
This is where he wants to be. Using a lot of good movement.
Posture and heavy shots. Go, heavy shots.
Gracie's in half guard. Under 3 minutes to go in our third round. Makhachev's looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Gracie's trying for a submission here.
There it is. He's on the armbar now.
Submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
And there it is again, targeting that swelling. Why would you not, right? You doled out all this damage. Might as well go right back to it.
Well, especially if your opponent is not going to move his head. He's still trying to go out on his shield. He's so stubborn in trying to prove that he's tough. It's really costing him right now.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Islam Makhachev.
Way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Islam Makhachev. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Islam Makhachev going to work here from guard. Nice combination there. Everything he throws is with fight-ending intentions.
Great job finding his shots from the top position. Oh, nice.
Another ground and pound strike gets home. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Oh, man, he's still targeting that cut, and it is getting worse by the minute.
In the half guard.
A series of punches from the top here by Islam Makhachev. Close guard here. He's very comfortable here working off of his back, DC. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Islam Makhachev. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there by Islam Makhachev.
He's got to be careful here.
Final seconds of round 3. Makhachev's in half guard. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity. Good takedown.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Islam Makhachev. Another ground and pound strike lands. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up, Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control, because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours.
All right, seems as though his sole focus is attacking that cut, and man, it's getting bad now. A lot of blood flowing.
Yeah, as it should be. Right? He should be focused on getting to that cut, making it.
Setting up an unlock now. Ooh, that's tight. I'd be tapping.
It's starting to get really tight in there.
You gotta be kidding me. He's out. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Gracie. All right, so it has been punches and strikes in bunches tonight. His opponent is wearing it, and when you see swelling like that, maybe a facial fracture.
Well, it seems as though something's hurt bad here. The last time I saw somebody get this one, I remember watching Joanna Jacek's head, looking at the just size blow up. You know that damage is getting done, and every time.
Gracie's attempting a triangle here. Let's see if he can finish the deal. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Oh, how on God's green earth did he get out?
Get them out here.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Just over 2 minutes to go in the round. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep. He's out. What submission defense on display. And now he's attempting to choke.
Ooh, that rear naked choke is tight.
Oh.
Makashev's in half guard. Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Islam Makhachev. Gracie's cut, not getting blood in his eyes per se, but that is a huge gash on the cheek. Kind of looks like a slot machine right now, and if we get in between rounds, the ringside physician and the cut man are going to have their work cut out for them.
He passed the half guard.
Gracie's pass is denied. All right, so we can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter.
Great submission defense.
Gracie's eye is officially swollen shut. The referee keeping a close eye on things. Maybe he'll call for the ringside physician, but that condition is only going to get worse as this fight continues. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
All right, there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and he heads back to the stool, and hopefully he can stay in this fight because that is a severe cut that he's dealing with right now.
All right, listen, we're down on the cards. I want you to go out there.
All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent. But this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, fifth and final round. Punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
Oh, huge ground strikes.
Oh, more attack. Yup.
Oh, he's got the Kimura position locked in now.
How in the world did he escape that submission?
Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Makhachev going to work here from the full guard. Nice combination of strikes, mixing it up pretty well here.
Oh, good defense, yes. That was nice.
Makhachev's in half guard now. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game.
Oh, he's stepping over the head here.
Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, and now he gives up on the submission. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet.
Oh, into the mouth.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Gracie's really bleeding heavily now. That cut is only getting worse by the minute. Under 3 minutes now to go, round 5.
Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not pumping. And look at him attacking the arm triangle on the other side. He's going to lock him down, try to pass all the way across his body. Once he...
Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission, D. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Good work from the top here by Islam Makhachev.
Another. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
All right, closed guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. Gracie getting worked over, something fierce here by those hammer fists.
Nice defense.
While the ground and pound has been on point tonight, good work here by Islam Makhachev. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Remaining active here in his pursuit of the submission. Another attempt here. Oh, reverses the position there. Nice transition by Gracie.
Just work on standing this up and move to work.
Nice transition into full guard here. We'll see what he chooses to do now.
He's going to be trying to pass to half or eventually get to full guard, full mount, sorry.
All right, so the damage continues to be doled out, and I think a lot of fans watching at home would probably like to see the referee call on the dot.
And that's very rare, because fight fans want to see violence. But right now you have seen enough. This guy is beat, this guy is battered. He doesn't have much more. He has not done the right things to allow for himself to win this fight. Got that submission locked up very tight. This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Gracie's tough as it gets, but how about the size of that bruise starting to form on his right side? Oh, he dove with the punch and he